And hello, everyone, with a special episode of 4 euros and a Yank. I'm about to say that, like 20 minutes before this recording, the Yank was indeed live. We were chatting and, trying to iron out some issues. But it seems like somewhere in his busy life, like, I don't know, he went for a beer, tripped over, and fell asleep on the floor. Something happened. So, no matter, I do have
Who
my
knows?
Lakers jersey to honor Los Angeles because that's where Chris is from. And if he does manage to wake up and join, we'll be happily waiting for him. It'd be a nice surprise. Um, Quick round of intros. I'm Nikos. I'm from Greece. That's about it. Lovely wife, kids, CrossFit, and very good friend with these guys. Everyone else, introduce yourselves. Let's go with Artur.
Hello, I'm Arthur. I'm from Portugal, and Chris. Chris is probably helping someone moving their dishwasher or something.
That's
Probably.
true. Nacho?
Yeah, Nasos. I think everyone knows us. Third
Yeah,
episode,
we're
we're already famous, right? But yeah,
if they
Nasos
don't know
from
us by
Greece,
now.
living in Sweden, but right now I'm in Greece, actually. So yeah,
So this is the first time that two of us are in the same air.
yeah.
Yeah. And I
And
understand.
Paul?
I understand why Nasos is in Greece because tonight the Dutch play against Sweden, and he doesn't want to be associated with Sweden. Then, of course, I understand.
I have my
I
money. I told you once you he sent Paul sent some crazy guy like making guesses about who's going to win the World Cup, and I put my money on the Dutch. So I'm actually rooting for the Dutch. Here you go.
I hope I don't jinx it, but
Yeah.
I would be surprised if they get far in the tournament. Seeing the other teams and seeing how they play, I think we have to be realistic. But you never know. And, it's a game. It can change. Something can happen. Boom. Anyway,
well,
we're here.
Nikos, when she says he bet his money, it's like 5 euros. So it's
Yeah.
okay. It's not a lot of money, but yeah.
Hey, but you can buy a lot of raki for that in Greece.
It's true.
Yeah.
€5 like a half a bottle, man. What are you talking about?
Here we go. All right. So, Nikos, what do we have
Hold on,
scheduled
you
for
got to
today?
introduce yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Introduce
I'm Paul.
yourself, yeah.
I am Paul. I'm from Amsterdam. I am now currently in the gym. It doesn't look like from the background, but if you see, I'm actually in the open side of our gym because this was the only time we found in our busy schedules to meet up.
And it's the hierarch spot, which is
That's why,
And okay, so we do have one. Oh my God!
he was waiting for this.
It's Chris.
It break. It's like 3:20 in the morning.
Chris, were you fixing your hair to come?
Yes.
We can tell.
What the hell?
Okay, so we talked some trash before you logged in because we figured that you somewhere you had traffic going from one place to your one room to the other because traffic in LA sucks.
Oh, that's awful.
Got distracted.
Yeah, but okay. First of all, yay Brazil! Let's
Yay.
everybody clap for Brazil
Everybody was happy.
for reasons. You too, Paul. I don't care if it's someone else's team. We clap for Brazil. We always support Brazil. Always. And so, yeah. Before we dive into the deeper stuff, seeing as how Chris made it, which is wonderful. Chris, give us a quick update on your running career.
Oh my gosh, it is just going delightful. Let's see. There was that workout earlier this week where it was supposed to be what 6,000 meters of running. I decided to run. There were people that
6,000 meters of rowing,
rowed 6,000 meters of rowing. I ran
3
2.25
miles.
miles.
Yeah.
Um, there were people that did the entire workout faster than it took me to run. I did not enjoy it. I hated it. There was a lot of walking, but I did it. Um,
How's the machine? Is it okay? Have you become familiar with it now that you've
um,
done it a
I,
few times?
I'm still getting used to it. I can't take it up to a full sprint yet. Like pretty fast. Like when we had those the 200 meter repeats or whatever. That was like a full 100% dead sprint. Not quite yet because I still kind of like
Yeah,
veer
yeah,
left
yeah.
and right. But it's different, and yeah, my hamstrings actually just hated me the next day.
Chris, I have a question.
Yes, you don't have to raise your hand. This
When?
isn't
No, I have a question. When are you gonna go the long run? Like
two
AMRAP
point two
2 hours,
2.25 miles
to
is
see
plenty long.
where it will go. Never.
Yeah, 2.25 miles. Yeah, is plenty long. I don't like. I don't see myself doing much more than that.
Yeah, but you never saw yourself running before you got
I
involved
did.
with
Hey, no,
nachos.
no, I did it. I remember when we had the 10K programmed sometime last year. I did it. Took me over an
See,
hour to run 6
And
miles.
2
But I
sore nipples.
did it. Sore nipples. Yes. That's from the backpack, not even the shirt.
All
Because I had my camelback.
right.
Honestly, Nasos, you're an experienced runner. Have you ever done like a
not really experienced, but yeah,
long distance on a treadmill or air runner? Because I think I would
ne-
go
never,
mentally
and I will
done
never
because you're
do it.
constantly okay. Fair enough.
I think,
I think
I think like running 7 hours that I ran last time without music is mental, but running in a treadmill for a long time, it's like, oh my God. I've done the 400, no, the test lean spin 13 on a rower, and it was devastating.
you
I
have
mean,
you
to
have
be in the
nowhere to
same place.
escape.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah. Because where I run in the forest. I mean, it's beautiful, right? It's hard, but it's beautiful. So yeah, in a treadmill.
All right. So, we do have actually a question from people that listen to the podcast and would like to know more, which is astounding. So I'm gonna honor Renee's, I hope I pronounced it right, question, which is, how did we all get so competitive? And I would like to start with who I believe is not the most competitive, but who I believe is, I don't know, absurdly alien in his results, which is Artur,
Me?
like all around,
Uh,
overall, you
I
know.
think the most overall is Paul. He's the one who's really competitive and also did a bunch of tournaments.
Yes, but he also just spoke, so I just want to hear your voice more.
I just go for it and try my best at everything that I do. It's not only on the workouts, but I also try to go um, give it all on my work and all things in my life. That's how
Yeah, but
that's how I go.
what made you this way? How did you, like, if you read Renee's comment, she was talking about how, like, I was really embarrassed to read it because she ended up saying how she did like a bunch of PhD and like postdoc and the kind of work that, I don't remember it right now. I apologize, but I was reading it and I was like, yes, I have done nothing with my life. I'm a complete loser. So, um but what made you what you are today? Like, what gives you the extra kick when you were growing up? Try to remember, like, is there something that made you the bastard that you are?
just just trying to do the best that I can. It's simple as that. But I've never been a good athlete at anything in my life. Um, doing some well on some workouts, it's amazing for me.
It's actually because you never enrolled for any competition, Artur. That's it. You're
Yeah.
like this guy in the corner of the gym who is extremely fit, but just doesn't sign up for these tournaments. And then you will not be, you are maybe one of the fittest guys I at least know.
For sure.
Uh,
For
who's not
sure.
into this for work,
For sure.
but you never sign up. The same goes for Ben, extremely fit and competitive. Never signs up for any throwdown or any competition. So you
100%.
you are the how do you call it, the silent minority.
Actually, I only went to, but it was just not a real competition. It was on a gym when I started Lynchpin around 2021, and I went to that gym's anniversary, and they made a small competition with um, it was with a partner, and I
Mhm.
just went for it, but I didn't go full berserker on the workouts. I wasn't as fit as I am today as well, but yeah, that's it. Never
I also
joined.
have to add, I mean, competitive does not equal competition, right? I mean, that's also true because we are competitive amongst each other in the group. I look at your numbers. I figured, hey, I'm the oldest guy. I got to keep up with these youngsters. So that helps me, right, to bring out my best. Um,
Everybody has
I
their
mean, to
little
add
white
to
rabbit that they like to chase.
That's
yeah,
true.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
like
Paul.
like there are some guys that are, like I chase their numbers like for strength stuff. Like say cleans. I like to be about within 100 pounds of, we'll say, buck. Our
Yeah.
like the Texas tank. That man is just completed. Like just wow. And then there's some people that with like running or cardio stuff, like I want to be within just a few moments, like, oh, Paul, where'd you go?
No, he's coming back.
Okay.
He'll figure it out.
Um, like anything with rowing, if I'm within, X amount of seconds for, we'll say Paul, like that because he was born on a rower, I think so. But if I can be within a few seconds, minutes, whatever meters, um, with people like that's what I like to do. Everybody has people that they chase. Um,
Okay, but what made you go after people? Like when you were growing up, like what triggered the drive?
um, for when I was young, um, when I ran track a little bit in like grade school, elementary school, or whatever. And again, I wasn't anything over 400 meters, no. But give me a short distance, 100, 200 meters, that's what I ran.
Hmm.
So I wanted to put my very best up against other people and hopefully be faster. Or I did long jump for a little bit. So can I jump farther than other people? Usually not, but um, if I put my best up against your best, hopefully I come out on top.
Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna say something in case I inspire anything else, and then I'll ask Nasos, who is silently blaring in the background. Um, I think that my main, I'm a competitive guy. I for sure am. I don't like to lose at anything, and I make fun of myself when I lose at anything. Welcome back, Paul. Chris was just saying how he got it from running track and trying to outdo people. So I'm trying to inspire by saying how I am competitive. I hate losing at everything. Like even if we play checkers, like even if we, I don't know, flip a coin and I lose, I get visibly mad. I've gotten better at handling it, but I don't like to lose. And I think that the person that inspired me most is my dad. God bless him wherever he is. Um, well, up in heavens. He was always, always, always trying to build my ego and trying to push me and tell me like, you're gonna be special. Well, he didn't imagine that I was gonna be special in a bad way, but he did force me to, think of myself in a way that I gotta hold myself to a standard. And yes, it does translate to whatever Artur said. Also, it doesn't really make me the happiest individual, I'll say, because I'm always comparing, and we all know that comparison is a thief of joy. I've learned to manage that as well, like Chris said about white rabbits. You guys are all my white rabbits. The only thing that I could ever take you on is sprinting. And but other than that, um in everyday life, I may be problematic, I acknowledge it, but I do have a tendency to compare myself to others. And it's kind of like the American Psycho movie. Like, where does he have that card? And I don't have you know. So hopefully I won't end up murdering anyone, but at least I have a good outlet.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You're chasing to do better each day. That's what matters. And comparison, yeah, it's the tip of joy, but it's also a way for us to get better, and be be much faster, stronger, and try to reach another level.
That's
That's
true.
Yeah, it's like,
so.
we,
Yeah,
physically
sometimes we
we're
get
all very different
frustrated,
people.
but it's okay.
Like like Nikos, you're taller than all of
Yeah.
us, I'm pretty sure, combined.
Yes.
But
Combined.
like I'm a measly 5'8". You're 6'2", 6'3", if I remember correctly.
6'1" ish.
6'1" ish. So on the scorecard, you're listed at 6'3". Yeah, but when it comes to, like, we'll say wall balls, box jumps, rowing, things like that, you're going to have a distinct advantage over, me and my stubby little legs. But there are other things like, well, like deadlifts, burpees, things like that, where, my range of motion is, considerably less. So my cycle time is going to be noticeably lower. So, like, depending on the workout,
Never expected you to mention deadlifts.
deadlifts are wonderful.
Yeah,
We
I'm
love deadlifts.
5'6" or 5'5". I don't really know. 168 centimeters. So I'm also on the spoon side. Yeah, deadlifts are just lifting 1 inch above.
Yeah, but if you guys stand on your balls, you're like 7 feet tall. So that's that. I wanna talk to Paul, who is obviously the only one of us who is actually competing right now in fitness events. And I want to hear, like, I actually want to hear some life story inspiring stuff. I want to hear like what made you a dog.
Sorry, are you
I
talking on
get.
me? No, Paul,
I'm
sorry.
talking
I
about
was out,
both of
guys.
you.
I
Yeah,
was out, guys, so I didn't get the question.
yeah. So
Now that
maybe
now that you switch to 5G, everything is better. Before you were just a
maybe
blurry
Perfect.
background.
yeah, maybe we should mention that Nasso's audio is bad because of his big Greek wedding. So that
Yeah,
I think people need to understand when they hear and see this, and they figured, what the hell is going on with this
Yeah, he's
audio quality?
actually in
Yeah.
Greece because he's getting married next week, and this is a
No, guys,
small, like,
I'm like in Greece because there it's my vacation, right? The marriage is,
And you
top
just
of that.
happen to get married there.
Yeah, exactly.
it just happened.
But to circle back to your question, Nikos, for me, this is also answering maybe the first part of the question is my whole family is competitive. It's just awful. from my mother's side, we do have these. We used to have those family annual events that were arranged by my grandmother's sister, and she would invite the entire family, so her kids, her grandkids, my grandmother's grandkids, and her kids, and we all get together. And usually we do these like what they call old Dutch games, which are kids' games in a way, right? Kids can do them. I remember I took Ava, my wife, for the first time to one of those family events. She was flabbergasted by the competitiveness of my entire family. So the kids, but also the grandmothers, they literally just really competitive with everything that they do. And she was like, what the hell? This is a friendly game, right? Everybody should be having fun, but everybody's equally as competitive, trying to win everything.
Fuck them kids.
No, that is exactly what's happening. There's no. So I guess that's what made me where I am at, and then obviously bringing it back to the second part of your question.
So
I
what I'm
just
taking away
happen
is
to
parents wanting to beat their children, just not physically.
Exactly.
yeah,
No, that's
That-
the
yeah.
wrong part of Europe. That's the Balkan side.
yeah, and
We do
and
that
and
around
then
there.
and then trash talking. So yeah, I guess that's part of what made me where I'm at. But also the gym that I just happened to become a member of. The guys who now own this gym, they were then personal trainers. We got friendly. They were also always looking for something to become better at, something to learn something new. And then we just happened to found CrossFit on our way, and we all enjoyed it. And we were already doing these kind of mini competitions. How many pull-ups can you do? How many bench press at body weight can you do? All that sort of fun and games were already what we were doing as a group. And then we found CrossFit, and then obviously that whole competitive element to it that just sparked the fire even more.
Okay, and Naso's mentioned in the previous podcast how he likes to chase Ben, and how at one point
Like
he was
5 years ago.
yeah,
Not
okay,
now.
yeah, 5 years ago, like before kids, everything, like, okay, it does take a special kind of individual. And for the people that don't know what Ben is a kind of absurd person that can do what other people are doing um, with a percentage of his weight faster. Like he'll go heavier, faster, stronger at an elite level. Like, probably Ben will hear this and be like, oh, you guys stop. But he's like, somebody that you see him like coming around the corner, just turn the other way and leave. Don't want to see that.
Exactly.
Guys, I've
Yeah.
lost the connection
So
again.
as soon as Nasus reconnects, hopefully.
Yeah, maybe when we wait for him to join, I found that post of his really funny where he posted the one with the 6K row in the middle, and then Nick up in the US, he responded back saying, "Oh, I beat Ben on only the rowing part."
Which is
So
an
I think
accomplishment.
everybody's trying to at some point get close to Ben. Ben, big shout out to you. You were motivation to us all, I think.
Yeah, man, of course. He's
Speaking of motivation, I'm not sure if you will be able to see this, what's going on here. They're doing, there's going to be a challenge next week, which is the Burn and Muscle Challenge. And these guys have to do these burpees, I think 100 as part of that workout. So that's what I'm looking at. That's going to be my motivation here.
nice. Okay, he's back.
I'm back.
So
Yeah,
tell
we're just
me,
buying
man.
time there.
So tell me, like, it takes a special kind of person to chase after a guy like Ben, to be like on that end. So what made you competitive?
First of all, I was chasing Ben mostly on body weight, right? Because I know that he's a bigger guy. It's easier to chase him on this kind of stuff, not like heavy stuff. But I think for me, it's also like when I grew up, I was playing football, tried to score more goals. That was a competitive side. I also did track 100 meters. And then when I joined CrossFit, it was already this atmosphere of trying, okay, it's a like competitive because it's a measurable sport, right? You have the time, you more kilos to count, and yeah, every time you want to beat someone else to get this feeling that you
I did
outrun
something.
your opponent. Yeah, I did something. But what I like to say actually is like the last, not only because it's the family that grew up and everything, but I've lost this competitive side
Mm,
to other people,
mm,
but I gain more like competitive side to myself, like
mm,
trying to be better than I was like
mm,
yesterday, as everyone doing, right? Because I think that yeah, as we said before, like comparison is the seed of joy, and I think a lot of people don't really understand that because it can really affect you, right? All
mm.
the time trying to, oh God, I didn't get the result I had last time, or I don't know, you,
Mm,
Nikos, every time you get a PR, you're like, oh my God, I'm not that good. I'm like, what the hell? You got a PR. What you
Yeah.
not?
Yeah,
So it's
you're better
like,
than before.
I think we need to be better at this, because I don't know, it's fun and nice to be competitive and like be better, and but in the same time, if you feel great in your body and you feel like well and you have fun while you're doing it, I mean, doesn't really make big difference if you hit the PR every time. That's
it's
why I
true,
think, at least.
I totally agree.
and it's healthier to think that way also.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
but it
and
also
it took me like 7 years into CrossFit, not like the first years. And I see it especially on you, Nikos. Every time you're like, oh my God, this and that. And I mean, you're doing all
Yeah, you
every
talk
day you're
yourself
better
down too
than
much.
than you were. And I mean, for everyone that's hearing this, I think it's really important to acknowledge how you are and how you're feeling, not the numbers. I mean, every time it's gonna be different. How you slept, how you eat, how everything. Kids, not kids, who cares?
and I want to say that this is 100% true what you said, and also it stems from me like being competitive to everyone in the world. So kind of I kind of think like Kobe. Like I was raised on Kobe. So Kobe, you asked Kobe, like he won the first game out of 4 in the finals, and they asked him, "Aren't you happy?" He was like, "Job finished." And he said, "No, you still have 3 more games. Job's not finished. Nothing to be happy about." Which is kind of like a badass attitude, and I kind of enjoy that. But other than that, which I agree, it's 100% healthier to think up. God, I'm starting to sound like coach. Um, it's so much better for you. It's healthier to put everything in perspective and just be happy with what you have and just keep it moving. I agree 100%.
And
But
especially if we think about, I mean, how many billions are in the world, right? What are we doing? It's like 1%. So
mm, mm,
who cares? I mean, yeah, I also get this, right? Of course. I'm happy when I hit better
Sometimes I
numbers,
can't.
of course. But yeah,
Sometimes I just want to beat Nikos.
yes, Chris.
Yeah.
And
I
I
know.
mean, Chris, we can never get Chris on the forklift lifts, right? Never.
never.
Or you remember, Nikos, last time I saw Paul numbers on the clean squat clean. I was like, Nikos, did you see Paul?
Yeah,
What
he
the hell?
called me.
90 kilos. Like I was like, okay,
Like
maybe I go
nothing,
for
yeah.
90. And I went. I did two sets, but I was devastated. I went down. So okay, I mean, it's great to chase
Sometimes it's
someone,
fun.
but in the same
Sometimes it's
time,
fun to
it's
try to
great
chase those big numbers.
to acknowledge where you are.
For sure. Yeah. And like you said, you can compare yourself with others. You can also compare yourself with what you've done previously, right?
Mm,
And the improvement that you made. I mean, I just saw that you saw this probably on my Instagram feed that 10 years ago I made my first 80 kilo squat snatch.
mm,
I figured Oh my God, that's 10 years ago. So that was a bit of a shocker. Also to see yourself and from 10 years ago, the beard's still fully black. But I also realized, hey, I'm doing this for 10 years now and I'm getting older. I'm still able to do some of it. I'm not making those numbers anymore, but still, I am still active. I can still do most of it. That's also, if I look at my peers, my age group, I don't think most of them can do what we can, especially, the same for you
Paul,
guys. Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, I can't remember what age. You're like 54?
No,
No, at 51.
51, 51. Yeah.
I'm really
Born
bad
in
at this, right?
75.
Okay. But I really hope at 51, I will be able to do your numbers, 100%. I really hope.
For sure. Yeah. I
But
know. That's
I
that's also
mean,
when I look at
it's
the older
crazy.
guys.
It's crazy. Yeah.
And
This is the thing though, we all look up, right? And we don't realize that some other people are
are
looking
looking
up
up.
to us.
It's true.
We
Yeah.
all look
100%.
only. Oh, yeah. There's
And
always. I mean, I just saw a guy from Portugal, actual Artur. Shout out to Pina Ramos, who just qualified in the Masters 50 for the games. I competed with that guy last year at the Lowlands Throwdown. As another shout out, a German guy who finished 24th worldwide. I was against those guys. Shout out to Sven Goslar, by the way, if you're listening. These guys are amazing. And then I realized, hey, I am next to these guys. I
mm,
see them as they are, on the next stage where I really want to be, but will never get.
but you know what? The last 10 minutes or so, they have provided me with a very excellent pass to what is a special kind of thing that we have developed, which is kind of like weird. Julia was asking me about this. She was making fun of me how I have only online friends. Like most of my time, I'll be talking to you guys, and she's here laughing, and she's giving me a heart. Ah, and so um, I guess what I wanna talk about how it's certainly different for us to be so involved, even with long distances between us. And there's something there that triggers us to share all the things that we do daily, which is kind of like a thing that is worth talking about. For example, I want to hear what Chris has to say. I'll go last because I have it very clear in my head why this happens, but I want to hear everyone's opinion. So I want to start with Chris.
Um, I mean, like, what about like, uh, I'm glitching right now. My brain is.
You can take your time. It's just what makes you, you have like people around you, you know, and then you have us in this group,
Oh, okay,
and
yeah. Well,
sometimes you share more here than
yeah.
people
Well,
around you.
we all have so many things in common. Um, you know, I have no idea how we discovered that we all have so many things in common. Um, but like I just feel that I can open up and share things with you guys that I just can't with other people.
Mm,
Um, because I know that we're even though we all came from so many different places, backgrounds, upbringings, whatever. Somehow we I know that you guys will understand.
mm,
Um, like
mm,
if I start babbling on about this thing in my life, um, like I know you guys will you'll listen, you won't judge, you'll understand, and you're responding kind, and then hopefully, um, what if it's something bad going on, then we once everything is clear, then we all turn it into a joke, and you make fun of me for it, which is absolutely fine. Um, you know, um, but like I know that I can get away with saying dumbass things to you guys, and it will be, you'll let me be me.
Yeah, it's a safe space.
Yeah, exactly.
I hear you. Artur?
Safe.
Just like Chris said, it's we have all things in common, and it's that makes it easier to just share anything with each other. So it's really cool.
Not so?
Yeah, for me, like I don't have any other friends actually to connect through CrossFit, right? I don't have. So I don't have friends that really do CrossFit. So yeah, and then the same that Chris said, we can go inside the group chat and just unload. We don't have to think. So
Mm,
that's great. Even if I haven't been on this group, like the group that we have a long time, I can see that, that it's like a safe space actually. So, and you're always available. That's also a great thing, You send something in the group, someone was gonna like answer and be there. So you can't really find this with your actual friends, like in the
mm,
real life.
it's true.
Yeah.
It's
Especially
that's
you,
also
Nikos, you're always 24/7 connected
Yeah.
for some reason.
For sure. Yeah, I don't know what
Yeah.
that is. I mean, but for me, maybe to add on that, I think it's also because I think I'm a big believer in real recognizes real, right?
mm,
So obviously you test the water a little, because I think we started this off just sharing memes with each other just to test,
mm,
hey, what do you like? We're like little kids, right? When you're hanging out with little kids, you start, hey, what do you have? I've got this ball. Want to see a trick? I can do this. Just how we interact. But we use memes. We use memes to see, okay, how are you going to respond to this one? Can you handle this sense of humor? Can you handle this sort of music? I mean, this is, I think, how we started to connect, right? In this
Hmm.
private chat group that we're going on, and then once I think we all felt safe, and oh, they are like me. This is great, and then we started opening up a little bit more to watch each other about first, of course, about CrossFit, but then also about what happens in our daily lives, which I think is really beautiful. The thing
mm.
that we've got going on.
Yeah, it's great. And I want to summarize it because I thought long and hard coming into this.
That's what she said.
And okay, so first of all, it's difficult to find like-minded individuals around you that provide a safe space where you can express yourself. And even if they disagree, they'll just listen, hey, like, just let you be you, and we'll figure it out. Like nobody wants to step on each other's toes. And even if it sometimes semi happened, because obviously there's a lot of interaction, it was like immediately self resolved because nobody wants to mess a good thing up. So that's one. Two, uh, we're all on tight schedules and we're all busy trying to improve our lives, the lives of our families, our fitness, everything. We like all in a rush all the time. So it's like Naso said, like anytime that you feel like you need an outlet or something, like some human connection, like there's this little group thing where you can just fire off and someone will be there, and like even if they're doing something else now, like even if they haven't caught up with the memes, like they'll see a notification which is like actually real, and they'll be like, okay, I gotta respond to this, like something's happening. Okay, Paul might go to jail or something, like things happen, like
Oh yeah, let's not go in that rabbit hole.
no, I
Yeah.
just it was an example. I just threw it up there,
Paul's like, I didn't know you knew about that.
and
I remember when you guys said I
Yeah.
was quiet. How'd you know?
and
Yeah, maybe you want to talk about that one too. Give it a little bit more background in
and
another chat,
Yeah.
because
and
this may sound awful for those that we lose followers,
no, it was good.
or
It was
we
everything
actually
was
gain there.
resolved. Yeah, some people do interpret it differently.
For sure.
and and there's this. I'll share an example with Paul's good grace. Um, I think it was Thursday, like this past Thursday or whatever. Like Paul was in a bad place. He wanted to work out and he could find zero motivation, which is something that is uncharacteristic of Paul because Paul is a dog. I'm talking about Thursday when Paul texted us, "Help me,
Yeah.
Obi-Wan, you're our only hope." And we immediately dropped everything. Everyone was online and we were like, no, you have to do this. We're rooting for you. Like we set up banners and started waving our flags, like you gotta do this. So it was weird because coming back to what Paul said, we all look up for inspiration. Like to most of us, Nasos hit it on the head when he said, Paul, you're our inspiration because when we get to 51 or like older, 60, I'm not trying to say how old you are, you are how old you say you are, but let's leave it at that. Like if we're within that, region of fit bastards who look like they're 20 and they're actually 75, that's a great thing to be, man. I mean, well, when I met you in Amsterdam, it was like I could I could I could feel like, that there's not much between us in like a generation gap other than, just some more experiences, well, cooler experiences, whatever. But I'm saying, so it was kind of a full circle because you daily provide the inspiration that, here's Paul doing his absolute best, and then Paul comes back to the group like in a feedback loop. Guys, I needed extra push, and it was wonderful, and it kind of illustrates what we were all talking about. So I
Sure.
applaud you
Yeah,
all, gentlemen, for being who you are.
absolutely. I can only echo that. And again, thank you for that motivation. I did really well in the playground and it felt really great after I done it.
Yeah, but then you messed up Nasos because he saw what you did, and then he couldn't walk for a week.
Yeah, man, what the hell? I was I wasn't good.
Oh, because I remember so vividly, like as soon as you were done, Nasos straight up called me. He was like, "What did he do? What did he do? How did he
Yeah,
do it?"
yeah, and I was like, come on, Paul.
I needed an extra motivation from you guys.
Yeah, and there's the funny thing that you don't know about this, I don't know how many of you text solo between each other, but I have like solo texts between each and every one of us. I don't want
We
to
actually
we
have a
don't
friend group without you, Nikos.
I saw a comment.
And the
But
name is Thank God He's Not Here.
yeah. But I have like a WhatsApp chat with Artur for like 3 years now, where we text each other good morning, or we might talk about work or something, like whatever, or Nasos, where we talk Greek, stuff like that. So, but
Greek.
sometimes someone will send me a private message about someone else in the group, like doing their absolute top, and be like, I gotta get in the fucking gym. I gotta show them.
But that's so
It's
funny to
great.
know.
It's great. Okay, so there was
So do we wrap it
this
up? Because
yeah, we gotta wrap it up.
Yeah, I got to do
But
a
I got I got
qualifier.
I
I'm
gotta
gonna
do I
go.
gotta do one final question. We're all five in the same physical space. Same physical space. We get to do one workout. And it has to be something that encompasses everything. So it has to be, I guess, has to have
Everything.
heavy weight. It has to have some sprinting. It has to have some gymnastics. So I don't know. You guys are more versed in CrossFit. You can think of a workout. I'll say, for example,
That's difficult, but I can recommend like deadlifts and burpees. Okay. So like 125 kilos on the deadlift, and 20 burpees. 3 rounds, 10 deadlift, and 3 rounds. Who goes fast?
Yeah, there you go. Who comes out on top?
Depends on the
Well,
number
that's
of
a nice
burpees.
one. I mean, we can use one of those recently announced
Yeah.
tests, right? That the coach did,
Yeah,
because he has
it
that
was
deadlift,
one
the
of the-
deadlift,
the
the
one with
deadlift, and the
ascending
burpee.
deadlift and burpee.
Oh, yeah, because coach, he for those of you who don't know, also Artur mentioned this. He sent me a WhatsApp message before. He was talking about we need to mention the tests. I need to pull up the tests.
Yep.
Do you remember the new test that coach issued? I think it was 2-minute AMRAP.
3 minutes.
Yeah, it
The
starts
first one is 2
2
minutes.
minutes, 3 minutes, and 4 minutes.
There you go.
I can't remember the reps.
And the reps start low is like
10, 10,
10, yeah, 10
10, 10,
deadlifts.
20, 20, 30, 30, but the
There
weight
you go.
goes down.
The
on the
weight goes
deadlift.
down and the burpees goes up. So, but I guess we'll see. But obviously, I'll
But
be
that's
last.
different. But that's different. I mean, something
No.
fast, something fast. Who's gonna be on top?
Not me.
I'll say Artur.
10
Nah,
10 deadlifts, 20 burpees, 3 rounds, 125 kilos. Sorry, Chris,
if
I
there's-
can't
me.
really do the math on that for how much is it?
If there's cocaine involved, I might go out on top and die after.
Oh, is that what your special honey's made out of?
Yeah. Or the peanut butter.
Is that why you're always trying to like export your honey? Come get my honey. I can't send it to you. You have to come here.
The first one's free. The first one's free.
Yeah. You're a real pusher there. I can see where this is going. All right.
So okay, this was obviously wonderful. As most, I'll say close to my heart. This is probably my most favorite episode because we talked on some serious stuff. And I appreciate you all for taking the time out of your busy schedules to do this. And I will bid you farewell.
Yeah. Hopefully I'm gonna text you a lot, Nikos and Nasos tonight about the game.
Yeah. About Sweden, I don't really care, whatever.
Okay.
Greece is not involved, so I don't really care.
No, I know.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Dutch and Brazil. Yay, Brazil! once more.
Even if
Brazil.
I have the Swedish citizenship, but I don't really care.
How about the U.S. moving on?
Huh? I don't know. Yeah, the U.S. might win it.
We can go all the way, all the way.
Yeah, but you want Brazil to win.
I think U.S.
Hey,
or
guys.
Brazil.
I think we need to. What's that?
All right.
Hello?
okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm dropping
okay, none of
connection. I'm going through a tunnel.
Oh,
The medal of Dutch.
Here we go, you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.